Joining us now from Las Vegas on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline is BYU basketball assistant coach, the defensive coordinator of sorts, Quincy Lewis. Quincy, welcome back to BYU Sports Nation.
Q.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Which buffet are you headed to today?
Oh my gosh, the options are endless. I'm not sure.
I think we only talk to you when you're on the road when you're playing Valparaiso. So last year it was in the NIT, and you took a picture for us, your first and only tweet up to this point at Madison Square Garden. Can we get a second tweet from you from the MGM Grand?
That last one wasn't good luck though.
Okay.
It wasn't good luck, so I'm a little bit hesitant right now, but I think there could be a second one in the future.
How about this? If you beat Valparaiso and you win the
with the belt,
would you take a picture with the belt
with
on?
The belt. I hadn't thought of the belt, but now that you bring that up, that conjures up nice images. Maybe I could go with that.
That'd be a great tweet.
Okay. Last night was an interesting game. Up 7 in the second half, and then all of a sudden you win by 30. What was the difference in the last 10 minutes that allowed that to happen?
I think you see it with Coach Rose's system, and that we run, and they hang, and then there comes a point where we can just break teams, I think, at points. And I think that's what happened last night. We just broke them.
The defense was fantastic. Only 62 points allowed in this game. What did you guys do to limit the Billikens to 62?
We really tried to chase some of their shooters off screens and be there on the catch. And, Nick Emery he's just been outstanding defensively thus far this season, and really did a good job on their leading scorer. And then I think we did a pretty good job keeping him off the glass for the most part.
Speaking of Nick Emery, how many times did he foul out when you were coaching him in high school?
Not that many, a few, but last night was a little bit unusual for him for sure.
This game was so interesting because BYU only made 3 threes but scored 92 points. What does that say about this team versus, say, last year's team? It's just kind of a different makeup, right?
We've really got a good balance, and honestly, I think Coach Nashif has done a real nice job of getting our big guys in great positions inside, and then we've got some talented guys in there. But also, what helps those bigs is that our guards have a reputation of being able to make threes, and I think it's really making the spacing difficult for defensive teams.
Quincy Lewis, BYU basketball assistant coach, joining us from Las Vegas. BYU will take on Valparaiso tomorrow night in the preseason or non-conference tournament championship. Quincy, 65 points a game BYU is surrendering on average. To us, it seems like there has been a vast improvement. Where do you feel like BYU has made the biggest change and improvement defensively from last year to this year?
Well, I think a little bit of it is experience. The second half of last year, I really liked how we finished the season. Ended up playing pretty well defensively, I thought. And I was a little bit concerned going into the season with our youth, but we do have guys back. So it's, the combination of the two has ended up turning out to be okay. And we've got off to a good start, but we'll have a good challenge tonight.
Eric Mika, off a mission, has been incredible, and he only played 19 minutes last night, had 20 and 10. What difference have you seen from him from maybe before his mission to now?
When Eric got off his mission, one of the first things we did is we got him in there and we looked at every post touch he had from his freshman year. And one thing we realized, it was a very similar move almost every time he caught it. And so what we've tried to do is diversify what he can do down there as far as face-ups or rip through to the baseline or a jab step and get into the middle. Just give him some different things that he can do. And to his credit, he's the one who put in all the time. He's the guy who's in the gym all summer long, putting in the extra time, and he's the guy who stays after practice. He's driven to be really, really good.
What's your biggest concern with BYU basketball right now?
Well, you know what, being the defensive guy, I'm just concerned about the next game, and keeping us going, hopefully the right direction, and I know that there's maybe some thoughts out there that we'd like to see our 3-point shooters really kind of, break the ice a little bit, because we know we have really, really good 3-point shooters, and honestly have yet to shoot as well as they're capable of shooting at this point. And I think that's a good thing, and maybe not as much as a bad thing. It's a good thing because it's coming.
Yeah, and along those lines, how do you think you can help those guys snap out of that? Because it seems like the shots they're taking are in the flow of the offense and everything. Maybe they're just not going down. I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah, you know what? It's a thing where that shot goes in and the confidence just blossoms. And it's not that anybody's forgot how to shoot the ball or anything like that. We just need to see a couple go in, and I think it'll really open up once that happens.
Matchup with Valparaiso tomorrow night. Intriguing because you saw them in the NIT Final Four on a neutral floor, much like you will see them this year on another neutral floor. What's the scouting report on Valparaiso, and has much changed in a year?
You know what? They just have another outstanding team. They lost their big guy in the middle that was such a great defensive player for them, but they have a lot of good driving guards, along with the Peters kid at the 4, who's one of the best players in the country, and he's a handful. I mean, he's versatile. He can do it all. He's going to make some money in this game. But it's a good team, and they've been kind of known for their defense, and I think they have a good defensive team again.
What's the schedule like for you guys today as you prepare for Valpo tomorrow night?
We'll meet here in a little bit, and we'll watch film on Valpo, and we'll go through the scouting report, and then we'll practice and kind of get on the floor and walk through their stuff and make sure we understand what we want to do and how we want to attack them offensively and defensively. And then the rest of the day, maybe we'll get to relax just a little bit,
Enjoy it.
Absolutely.
After a 30-point win, you guys deserve it.
We want you to get that belt. So we're going to give you the BYU Sports Nation karma, because we want the championship belt.
I want that tweet
belt.
more.
Yeah, hey, that belt, that sounds good. I'll take it.
All right, Quincy, great to talk to you. We appreciate the time and a busy schedule.
All right, thanks, guys.